Okay, good, good. Yeah, I just came from the store. I had walked to the store. I said,
Me
let me go
too.
get me a little snack or something. What you?
I got a snack too.
Oh, you got a snack? Okay, okay. What you got there?
Apple croissant.
So okay. Oh man, I know that. Yeah, that tastes. I like the apple one, and I like the lemon one too.
Yeah, yeah.
I love the lemon one, man. So what you did today? Just stepped out for a little minute.
I went out. I was My plan was to go to Fordham Road,
Okay.
but it was raining. It was a little late, so I didn't go. I wanted to go to um just that what's that?
Which one?
Uh there's a big building over there. Oh, Concourse Village.
Concourse Village. Yes.
Well, in
Okay.
that mall across from the courthouse where I used to do jury duty, there's a mall
Right.
and there's a movie theater and there's a Asian all you can eat buffet.
Oh, that's the Habishi, right? Habishi.
Right. And I've gone to Habishi in Stroudsburg with my friends in Pennsylvania, and it's really
Okay.
good. So I wanted to go there,
Okay.
but
Good.
it didn't work out. So I ended up going to 42nd Street. I went to the health food store Wilderness Chemist on 41st and Park.
Okay.
And I
What
got some.
happened at the Habishi? The line was too long, or
No, I didn't go because you got to take. I wanted to go early, like leave at 11. And it was like 2 o'clock.
oh,
I
okay,
have to
okay.
take the 22 bus,
Yeah.
get off Prospect Avenue, and catch the 11 or some other bus that goes to the concourse.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. I ate that at that spot a nice amount of times. It's nice. They got a bigger a selection in a lot
Yeah,
of places. Yeah, because
yeah.
when I used to go, I think it was $21 a person. So I know it probably went up by now, but it's a nice
No, it's
spot.
cheaper. And
It was,
even though I got a senior discount, I got a
oh
senior
wow,
discount of $2. I think
right.
it came out to like $16, I think.
Oh, that's good. That's good. 16. Okay.
Well, during the week anyway. I don't know about the weekends, but during the week, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
No, they probably, you know what it is? They probably, because I think that was like right before the COVID. So they
Oh,
probably
okay.
raised the price,
Yeah,
dropped it back down.
yeah.
But yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that's a good spot there. I was around there about 2 weeks ago. I was around there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was over there. I went to the I think I was showing you the food bazaar over there. I picked up a couple of things and then I came on home.
Right. Not too far from Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, yeah, right
100,
there.
164th and yeah.
Yeah, I used to work out over there at Yankee Stadium behind that behind the park. We used to work out.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, I've
so,
been in the park in years, right? Wow.
you got the kids. You
Years.
got the kids parked there and everything.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I meant to tell you about? I forgot the other day.
What's that?
You you were talking about skincare,
Yes, skincare.
and I'll tell you my friend Nikki B. She put me on to Enjoying the Rain. She put me on
Right.
to something that was so amazing over 10 years ago. She said, get a lime or a lemon,
A lime or a lemon. Okay.
squeeze some of the juice in your hand. Wash your hands and wash your face.
Okay.
Pat your face dry. Make sure your hands is clean. Squeeze some of the lemon juice or lime juice on your fingers and pat it and rub it in, not in your eye, but under your eye
Right.
and the corners, forehead, all the skin under your chin. Rub it in and let it dry, and don't wash it off.
Okay. Wow.
And you
I'm
do it
gonna
once.
try that.
You can
I'm gonna have
do
to
it
try
once or
that.
twice. You can do it once or twice a day, but only after you wash your face.
Only after
Now,
you. Okay. I'm
now
gonna have to
here's the
try
thing.
that.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
Within 20 minutes, you feel your skin tightening,
Okay. Wow.
and that's the acids in the lemon, the lime, and the citrus. And remember, your face has a acid mantle, so it keeps your outside your body is acidic to keep out germs and stuff.
Okay. Wow. Yeah,
And
I'm gonna have to try that. Wow.
so check this out. In 3 to 4 days,
Right.
I was on my third or fourth day, and I looked in the mirror, and I said, "Oh shoot!" And you know what I saw?
What's
This is
that?
no exaggeration.
Yes.
I don't know about, and I know this because I tried it myself, and I thought that yeah, it might be
Right.
cleansing. The
Yeah.
tiny lines and crow feet
Yes.
were gone.
Oh wow.
Not all of them. eighty
But
percent of the lines are here were
yeah.
gone, and my skin felt tightened.
Oh wow. So that's the incredible aspect of nature.
Yeah, you don't go to go spend $18. I mean, you can buy the because I like the salt scrub in the
Okay. Yes.
body cleanser, and you rub it until it's all the salt is gone, and then your face feels slightly
Right.
oil finished. I like that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that lemon and lime, I couldn't believe it.
Right.
I
The
she said,
natural
I
way.
said, really? She said, yeah, let me know how it works. And within 5 days,
Wow. That's incredible. I definitely got to try that then. Yeah.
I try to keep it up at least twice a month.
Yeah. Skincare is definitely important, man. It's definitely important. And it's kind of like something we're not really taught in certain
No,
communities when we're younger. It's like, and that should be like I was talking to my homegirl, and she said, really, for you men, that should be like waking up, brushing your teeth, brushing your hair. She said it should be like the same thing, but
it
she
should
said
be.
too that she understand that a lot of us wasn't actually taught that in our community. Some of us was, but some of us was taught it, but it wasn't really like pushed. You know what I mean? Take care of your skin. Stop.
Yeah,
And then too, eating up all that food, that candy, and everything like that is crazy.
it wasn't priority.
No, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It
We
wasn't.
think that let women do that. We don't. Me men, we don't need to do that.
That's true.
But
I
come
mean,
on,
actually, some guys like when they face look crazy. You know what I mean? They feel like they look more rougher, tougher.
right? Got that rugged look and stuff. But
Yeah, I remember. I think it was Mano, the rapper Mano. I think when Mano said he got cut, he said he looked in the mirror. He said at first he was kind of like hurt, but he said after a while he was like, "Yo, this is." He said women started to like it and stuff like that. I was like, "Wow."
that
So
scar, right?
yeah, so
I
he
heard
liked
women.
it.
I heard women say that, and I was just
Wow.
shocked. I said, "What is it?" They said, "Yeah, I like that when I see a guy with like a scar on his face or something like that. It's like a sign of strength.
Uh, Strength. Oh, wow.
He'd been through some stuff, but
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I see people like that with those deep scars, I'm
Right.
like I want to distance myself. I saw a woman and she had a scar like from here or on her neck. I said, yeah,
Hmm.
she was in the
Right.
streets and got cut really. It was crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Depending the cut, sometimes you can tell,
It
what the
was thick
person did
keloid.
or
It
what.
was long right there. I said, yeah, she was in a bad fight.
Yeah, because if you get if you seen people with the scar, and this is not all the time, but a lot of times, some people like if a person snitches or something like that, they cut them from their ear to their mouth.
See, yeah,
So if
see,
you ever so if you ever seen somebody with that type of scar, that actually means that they held the person down and whatever. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I know I see people with African tribe scars, but not
yeah,
no.
that's different, right?
And two, that kind of lifestyle. I remember I can't who was talking about it. I can't remember, but they was talking about that lifestyle actually came from the Romans, as far as the brothers that be knocking dudes out and aping them or whatever like that. 'Cause, you can't
Wow,
say the R word on here, so we
right?
get shut it down. You can't say the R word, so I just say aping or graping or whatever. But that came from like Rome. The Romans, when
Wow.
they catch the little boys, they would do those things to them. And I think it was the brother, God bless the dead, Dawu. I think he was saying honeymoon. No, it was Layla Africa. But he said honeymoon actually came from when the
Oh, wait,
Romans,
Africa.
yeah, when the Romans used to catch, they conquer whatever the little boys, they would put honey on their backside, and they called it honey bun, a honeymoon. Like
No.
mooning you. So yeah, Dr. Layla
Oh, that's
Africa.
where they came from?
Yeah, that's what he said. So he said we should stop eating
That's,
honey buns and all of that. You know what I mean? Because he
that's
said
crazy.
and he was alluding to something like some harmonic, some type of sexual, like it'll turn you into that, something crazy. But he
Right.
was breaking it down, and he said honeymoon. He said that's where it comes from. Then he spoke about Dutch master. He said you smoking Dutch masters, but you don't even know what it means, Dutch master. And we went out here wearing these brands. We wearing Raiders. Like NWA, they used to always wear Raiders. He said we don't even know where that came from, Raiders. And he said we just wearing stuff, eating stuff. We don't know what we eating, what we wearing. I was like,
Right.
wow.
Yep. Word
He said,
meaning, right? And
yeah,
these terms.
he said at least the Indians. He said you ever seen an Indian baseball player? He said at least they know they don't sell out. They're not gonna sell out.
That's
He said
true.
because he said they used to cut the Indians' heads off and play baseball with the sticks and stuff. He said that's why you don't see. He said just ask your Indian friend why he don't play baseball and see what he tell you.
Oh shit! Wow.
Yeah, he said they kind of and I don't know if I ever seen an Indian baseball player. Have you?
Not that
If I
I.
did, it probably was
Not
Americanized, but I don't think I ever seen one.
yeah. Not that I know of. Remember the big to do about the Redskins? They had to change the name. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, the Redskins. Dr. York said, I mean, I forgot, I gotta find the book, but he said the names that we use.
Yeah.
He
For
said
real.
first it was what he said, sisters with voices
Oh, I
and stuff
remember.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
SWV. Then he
Right.
said we went from sisters with voices, um, to some other rap group to niggas with attitudes and he said, you know what I mean? I was like, wow. I never looked at it that way, but that's kind of deep, you know what I mean? That's kind of, and
Yeah.
now you see with the hip hop with Sexy Red in them, it seemed like it's
Oh,
going lower and lower and lower.
it is
And
because
she's a
the bar is
stripper. She's basically a stripper. That's it.
right. Right. The bar is not being raised. The bar is being set lower and lower. And young people like, yo, I can make fast money if I get into this rap game. I can make fast money,
Right.
and that's the plan. Get you into
That's yeah.
something negative and base and represent your people, and we're gonna get all y'all making money there and own you, and you're gonna be selling your soul and
Right.
negatively influencing young people to follow you. So your guys are gonna be lost.
Right. That look up to you. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of those women was like sex workers. I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
wouldn't either. Yeah,
Because it's like because really when you look at it, you say like they're not really that talented, right? So they're doing more stripping than anything, more like dancing, what you call it, dirty dancing. With
for
so
real.
I think with some of them, I think like somebody's writing the raps for them, and they're basically just dancing and twirling around. The music is like an extra, but it's really like they're dancers. They're dancers with just it's like crazy
Yeah,
how they pull a wool over our head every time.
yeah, but that because people are distracted. And again, it goes back to people are stuck in survival mode. That's it. All you know.
Right, I'm
That's
gonna
all
get
I
my
know.
money.
Yeah,
I
I
gotta
got to
get my
survive
money.
anyway. If anybody gets in my way, I'm rolling over them because I have to survive. I'm gonna roll over and my. That's what we were talking about in the previous live about um
Okay.
how they always talk about black on black crime
Right,
and there's white on white crime. But here's the thing about it, and I forgot to teach you that said. He said,
right.
of course, there's going to be black on black crime because when you live in a neighborhood and there's poverty, and like I tell you, when unemployment goes up, so does crime, who are
Yes,
you going to rob? You're going to rob people that you live around.
that's true. That's true.
You don't see thugs going in white neighborhoods and robbing them. You're going to
Right.
rob in your own neighborhood. So of course there's going to be
Yeah.
there's white on white crime too, but they don't talk a lot about that.
Yeah, just like they don't talk about white slavery. They don't talk.
Yeah,
They don't have movies every year on white slavery. It
that's
happened, but
true.
I remember somebody was saying that white people don't really talk about their losses.
Oh,
They
they
don't really
right.
talk. They don't really talk about the bad stuff that happened to them. Or do you think that's like a mechanism to try to easily
Yeah,
forget it, or it's just
yeah, it is. It is, and it has to do with mechanism in which is makes me think of cognitive dissonance and
Okay.
cognitive. The psychologist Joy DeGrasse, you always hear me talk about it. I love that woman, Joy
Right.
DeGrasse. She says that when you have a belief system and somebody says something that goes against your belief system,
Right.
it causes a trigger inside you. You feel a certain way.
Right.
So if you're reasonable, if you're a thinking person, you're like, okay, that's reasonable. Well, let's talk about it. But if you're not, you're going to go right. If your cognitive dissonance is triggered, you're going to go right into anger,
Right.
and you're going to start defending yourself and attacking other people and arguments, and,
Right.
and you go into denial, and you're going to deny it.
Mm.
So every time you say there's racism and people are triggered, their cognitive dissonance is triggered, and they can't even hear what you're saying because all they know is that I got to defend myself. I got to defend. That's all they know is I got to
Right.
defend myself.
Right. I remember Einstein. I think it was Einstein that said he said the most deadliest disease in America is racism. That's a
Wow,
quote from Einstein. Yeah.
wow.
He said that's the deadliest disease. And so some people say Einstein was racist and stuff like. I never read anything that he said that was racist, but every time I seen him, his classroom was full of blacks. So I don't know, but people say that. So I don't know. I didn't read
So,
his bio or nothing.
yeah, so it's possible that because he made that statement about racism, again,
Yeah.
people hear him say that, it's
Hmm.
going to trigger their cognitive dissonance.
You definitely just said that.
So
Yeah.
now they got to attack him as well. Why he's talking about racism? What is that? Because that word alone,
Right.
racism, triggers a lot of people.
It starts a conversation, and I remember I heard somebody say that this when it comes to racism, there's three types of people. There's people who wants to talk about it, come up with a solution. People who don't want to talk about it, something, and I think he says the third person is people who just ignore it. Period. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see everybody's the same.
Right.
We come on, we know everybody's not the same.
Right.
We're all the same.
Hmm.
That's
No,
not true.
obviously we're not. We don't
We
even
got to
eat
be
the same.
right. We got to be naive to believe that we're all the same.
Right.
And then the latest one, which started years ago, I don't see color.
I
That's
mean,
so
to
weak.
me, when I hear people say that, that's like an insult, man. That's like
It
you
really
have
is.
to see. Come on, man. You're not blind to what's going on. So you have to see it. This one, we got 18 minutes, right? So I think I'm gonna keep this one down to about like a half an hour, like the last one, because you see
Right.
it came right on. It popped right on.
It
So
did.
they didn't make us wait a day or two. So I
Oh,
guess we
that's the.
keep it under 40 minutes, and then it'll load quicker.
Oh, I see that. That's like a timer up there to let you know. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess so when we get to about 40, we'll shut it down. But I definitely want to hear that poem, man. You gotta bless us with that
Oh.
poem. Yeah, before because remember earlier
Oh,
you were
right.
supposed to break it down. Yeah. Then I got on
Should
the
I say
phone
it?
with the sister. I got on the phone with the sis for a minute.
Should I recite the poem now or what?
Yeah, break it down. What's it what's the premise around? What's it about? You could just tell us what's it
Uh,
about, how it came about.
it's about uh, because one day I don't know, I was probably meditating one night.
Yeah,
Like maybe 3 nights a week, sometimes 5 nights a week, sometimes 7 nights a week. I meditate and listen to music. Sometimes
right.
an hour, sometimes 10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes. Sometimes I meditate more than once a day because short meditations are good too. It's good to practice.
Yeah,
So, and because I'm in that state, it's like when you're calm inside, I hear the universe speaking.
right.
The world is
Talking to
loud,
you.
but I don't have what the Eastern people call it, in Buddhism, the monkey mind. When you have your head is full of thoughts, racing all the time. You can't. Wow, I can't sleep. I got so many things in my head. I can't sleep. The monkey
Right.
mind, but meditation gets rid of the monkey mind, and it teaches us that thoughts are like clouds. And what you want to do is you want to observe clouds as they pass by slowly
Right.
in the sky. That's what you want to do with your thoughts.
Right. Not to cut you, not to. But that's
Right.
kind of deep what you just said about thoughts and clouds, right?
Hmm.
Because I remember one time I was watching a lecture from the brother Azazel, right? Azazel Bay, God bless the dead, and he was saying in comic books, if you look at comic books, those clouds are kind of like thoughts, and he says something
Oh
about
yeah. See?
the clouds is generated by your thoughts, something like that. He said, but I noticed when the COVID was here,
Yeah.
I didn't see any clouds in the sky, man. Any clouds in the sky. Did you notice that either? I don't know.
Wow. No, that's interesting.
I noticed that, bro. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So when you said clouds and thoughts, because I noticed there was no
Wow.
people outside, and then I didn't really see no clouds like so visual like that. And I remember Azariah was saying the clouds, something about he said the clouds in your thoughts. I can't remember, but I'm
That's
gonna
so
find
interesting.
that. Yeah.
That's so fascinating. Wow.
Right. So you said you was just chilling one day, and
Yeah, and from time to time, thoughts, because the universe is in your corner, God's
yeah.
universe, because I believe that's how I'm convinced now, after meditating for as long as I have, I'm convinced that God is, again, my opinion, God is non-physical, and we are
Right.
both. In a sense, we're like hybrids, but that's no pun intended. We're like hybrids
Right. No, it's
between.
crazy. It's crazy because I heard I think it was brother Ben Carson or somebody
Oh,
speak
Ben
and
Carson,
say
wow.
that was created from aliens or something like that. But basically, he was saying that we are hybrids. I was like, wow. I heard some people say we are, some people say we aren't. But I haven't did enough research. But some people say we are. You know what
Right.
I
But I'm
mean?
saying, yeah, I'm saying that we are hybrids, because we are both
Yeah,
physical and spiritual.
in spirit. Okay,
So
I understand.
we have a spirit body and we have a physical body. Because there's a
Right.
good theory about the Anunnaki. They came here and created us. I mean, that's all. There's so many scientific theories that make sense, though.
'Cause you know
People don't
why?
like
Because
them.
because pretty much it seemed like it's like one story that's taken from. I mean, it's many stories that's taken from one. That's
Yeah,
what it seems like. Like one solid story, but it's just taken like say for instance, you see how like it's one original movie, but they just take movies and stuff. It seemed like it was kind of it's like that because when you go back more ancient, it seemed like you kind of get to the root. It's like layer after layer after layer. It's like everyone's saying the same story but telling it different.
yeah, yeah, and different ethnicities have a stronger connection
Yeah.
a certain a certain god, and that the god looks like them.
Looks like them.
Isn't it, ethnicities always have gods that look like them,
Broke. Wow, that's
and we
deep.
had and but for us, we're the invisible people. We have a god that looks nothing like us. Isn't that interesting? But
Very interesting.
other cultures and ethnicities, usually their gods look like them, but
That's true.
ours looks totally different. That's interesting. I'm not trying to make any big thing. I'm just saying, isn't that interesting?
Because it's so obvious, right? Because I remember Malcolm X said, right, and this is incredible. I was thinking about this the other night walking to the store, man. Malcolm X said we went in the oven as biscuits and came out as kittens, right? So basically, he was saying everybody else went into slavery and came out with their culture, everything. But how do Africans go in as Africans and come out as like we came out a totally different person. So the European did a number, man. He did a number.
Yeah, we were stripped. We were stripped, and if you want to conquer, you have to strip people of that identity. You take away
Right.
you take away the economic structure, right? You
Hmm.
take away their connection to nature, which is big,
That's big,
and you
man.
take away their
The
basically,
foods and
yep,
everything. Yeah.
their cult. You take away their culture and replace whoever they believe in with your higher power, and
Right.
now they're yours. Basically, now they're yours.
Yeah,
We
and
haven't
that's deep.
recovered. We didn't recover from that.
No, man. No, no, definitely not, man. definitely not. And I'm thinking, cause I forgot that movie where they had like a remote control for like humans. I forgot that movie, but it was kind of like
Sure.
remembering me sometimes of our situation. I'm like, dude, they guys like, cause it pretty much it's like they created a whole new race. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, so it's crazy when you think about it, man. When you think about the whole slavery thing, and you go back, you kind of really like, you're like, wow, man, how did this really go down like this? And some people say our own people was kind of like the help also, but it was deep, man. These people was terrible, man. Whoever who did that, it was terrible. Terrible people, man. Terrible,
Yeah,
terrible people.
but and keep in mind, they say every man has his price,
Right.
can be bought by a certain amount. I don't know. That's fairly true. I don't know what I could be, what my price is, what would buy me,
Right.
where I could sell myself. But they say every man has a price.
Every man that they say that.
And I
They
think
say
about
that.
that. How much would I sell myself or my people for? What amount would I take? Would it take a
Right.
lot more than, or would I just say no, no, no?
No, but you know what though? You know what though? Like in your case, other brothers, it might be in a positive side because I can't see a person like you doing it for any amount of money. So everybody might
I
have
would like to,
everybody might have a price, but it might be in a positive way. I don't know. You know
right.
what I
I would
mean?
like to believe that. I would like to believe that I
Yeah,
wouldn't sell out no matter how much. I would like to believe that, you
right.
know.
Because the way me I look at money today like different from when I looked at it before. I look at it now like if you don't have anything to do with it, it's kind of like worthless because it's just gonna sit there and it's gonna like you're gonna dwindle it like slowly. So it's like if you don't have anything to do with it, then it's like gonna worthless, right? You can only hurt yourself when you have money, a lot of money, and nothing to do with it. No plan.
Yeah. Like,
You're gonna
right.
it's gonna leave you soon. You might say, cause look at over the pandemic, right? I know a lot of people that didn't even touch a cigarette, nothing. And after
Wow.
the pandemic, man, they're smoking, drinking. I'm like, so you know what I
Wow.
mean? Yeah,
So it changed them. The pressure changed them and anxiety. You saying?
yeah. Cause I guess some people, cause I know a lot of people was doing the
Oh,
hookah. The hookah was big
right,
around the
right.
pandemic, right?
See,
People out.
yeah. See, here's the thing about pandemics
Yeah,
and what
the
I
fear,
like to
fear.
call right adversity.
Mm,
When adversity hits, you're gonna have people different degrees. You're gonna have people like myself, like yourself, that are like, you know what, this is adversity. This too shall pass, and I
right.
gotta do the best I can do now that adversity is there. But
Yeah.
you're talking to yourself, you know what? I put in a lot of spiritual work, so that spiritual work I put in, it must be valuable now for adversity. I didn't know, but that's a side effect. Wow, I put in all the spiritual work. So now that adversity is in my face, let me put that spiritual work. And if I've really done the work, then I should be able to walk through this adversity. If I'm
Right.
talking a lot of nonsense and fluff, then I should be just as fearful as anybody else. However, if I put in all the work that I said I do and I'm really sincere, then I should be able to face adversity face on. And that's what I did. And for the
Yeah.
first week or two, I was anxious because I'm like, this is worldwide. And then
Right.
I
Right.
remember seeing
Right.
pictures of 42nd Street. Remember that picture
Yeah.
with like two people for blocks and blocks, like a ghost
Yeah.
town?
Yeah. I took
And
a
I was saying
video. I think
42nd
that's
Street never
yeah.
shuts down.
I
Then I knew
never
it
seen
was
it like
real.
that. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
I knew shit was real. When I saw 42nd Street quiet, I said, I know
Right.
this is real.
Like
It's
crickets.
worldwide. Yep.
But
And
look,
I said,
it wasn't even any animals out, right? I don't the squirrels,
oh,
no
wow, that's right.
it
And
was
this pigeon
it,
square, they was just pew, gone.
it was no nothing. Remember, there's no garbage on the street, no
Yeah,
nothing. The
yeah.
people, the people that go around picking up bottles and cans, it was really
Right.
nothing for them. I was like, used to go to the store, and I used to be like, it got so bad where nobody wanted to touch anybody, nobody wanted to come near
Exactly.
anybody. People was
Exactly.
pretty much I see people walking in stores, just I mean, like walking out with a soda. the person didn't even question them. It's just like no,
Right.
everybody was like frightened and scared, and
Oh yeah.
police wouldn't even come. Man, if you called the cops, they wouldn't even come.
Right. It's the end of time. Yeah. But
That was
see,
a crazy time, man.
and you know what's funny is that
What's that?
as noisy and as loud as it is in the world, distraction,
Mhm.
that pandemic quieted the world down.
Yes, it did.
And
Yes, it
because I
did.
meditate after two, I said, let me just go back into meditation because there's nothing I can do. Adversity is right in my face.
Right.
I'll disinfect my hands and wear the
Run
mask.
around with the mask on and
Yeah,
everything.
but it's,
Brother,
adversity is in my
brother
face.
A. Rashid said he liked it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but yeah,
He
it
said, I
was
got
it
to
was
talk to
quiet. Yeah. So for me, it wasn't foreign. See, for me,
Right,
it
right.
wasn't foreign because
Yeah.
I meditate so much that I know
Mhm.
all about solitude.
Okay.
So it being quiet outside, I'm like, wow. After a while, after 2 weeks, I was like, okay, it's quiet. There's nobody around, but my meditation is quiet. So I'm right at home now with the solitude, and the
Right.
work I put in, yeah, it worked because
Right.
it was
Could we
adversity.
do a before the show is up, right? You're gonna do the poem and then could we do a meditation after that? Like we did
Yeah.
last time. I felt
Oh,
really good when I did that. I
I
can't remember the
forgot
one,
about
remember?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that one was
So
awesome. It was awesome.
so um so I sit quietly a lot,
Okay.
and I'm thinking about the things just come to you. So I was like, wow. I was thinking about God.
All right.
Because sometimes I just sit quiet. Sometimes I talk out loud. Sometimes most of the time I don't talk, laying in bed or whatever, or sitting quiet, and I have conversations with God. And that's
Okay.
a book series I read too by Neil Donald Walsh, Conversation with
Yeah.
God. They made a movie out of it. That was an incredible story.
Matter of fact, yo, I think I got that book. Is that like it's like a
It's
grayish book,
white.
like a
It's
white?
white,
Yes,
and
I
there was
got
like
that
four
book.
different ones. The anniversary edition, the Tomorrow's God. There was like 4 or 5 other books, and it was a movie
How
too.
was that book? I never read it. You read it before?
It's good. I own it. Come on, it's my library. So
Yeah.
yeah, because he had a epiphany, and he said he actually was just life is just going. And people say, oh, he's crazy. He's just lying to sell books. But his story is really appealing. He said that God spoke to him, and he started writing stuff down. That's how he wrote the book.
Wow.
So he said,
Incredible.
so basically, he's telling us God is closer than you think.
Right.
And I
Mm,
kind of agree that, wow. So it gives me, I have a different insight of
right.
what heaven is, what hell is,
Okay.
and where heaven and hell are. I have a
Yeah.
whole different insight on that. And it
Wow.
hasn't failed me because I mean my life is I'm
Right.
experiencing abundance and inner peace. So I gotta keep on going the direction I'm going. And
That's
I,
right.
I feel like I'm inspiring people and I have a good heart.
Yeah.
Some of my best friends tell me, said, why? They say you have a
Well,
quasi,
you
you have a
definitely.
heart of gold.
Yeah.
And I said, I just all I need,
Yeah.
I'm trying to do is to cultivate compassion, be inspiration, yeah, first of all, you have to stay inspired if you're gonna
Yes.
inspire people.
That's
Otherwise,
right.
you're gonna be lying to people. Otherwise, you lie to people.
That's right.
If you try to
Right.
fake inspiration, you're lying to people. You're not inspired.
That's right.
I'm deeply I stay inspired. Either I'm self motivated or other people's stories can help motivate you.
No, that's true. That, I was gonna say you definitely inspired me, and it was just confirmation when his sister, because she had told me, and then I seen the text on the video under the video where she said her family actually called her and complimented her on the show and everything.
Wow,
You
that
know
was
that her
so good.
family, and then I think it was somebody else in the comment section said their family actually was feeling it. So I was like, wow, man, that was really great, man.
Yeah, that was a nice live. Wasn't wonderful? That was just
Yeah,
wow,
yes, yes, it was, man. And
wow.
she really enjoys it. Her audience, everybody, and that's what I was telling her about. It's about giving people the opportunity, right? Everything is not always financial, right?
Right.
But just giving people the wisdom, right, is something that they should never forget, right? As long as they put it in action, and people can learn a lot, man. So this is one of the luxuries of the internet, and we can
Yes,
speak to tens and twenties of people
we
at
could
one
reach
time.
people. Yeah.
Yes. And really
So
get the information out there.
right. So I'm having a conversation to God,
Okay.
the divine, the most high.
Yes.
And I'm just so I believe that, and I in my experience, I've seen now that so God doesn't speak directly to us, but in a
Right.
sense, he speaks to our mind. So there's a quote about um, the dialect of God is quiet, and
It's
anything
quiet.
else is a bad translation.
Mm. But how can you get the message? You got to be quiet, right? You got to.
You have to quiet your inner self
That's the
because
language. That's the
yeah,
language. Right.
yeah, because divine doesn't speak to he's not speaking to your physical self because the divine, I feel that the divine and experiences I've had, the divine is pure energy, light, spirit.
Mm.
While again, we're hybrid in the sense that we are spirit and physical, the physical
Good.
housing the spiritual presence because
Now.
we interact with a physical environment, you know. So
Absolutely.
in another realm, which I think there are different realms, we could be in this spiritual self.
Right.
For example, astral projecting, and that's another thing we got to talk about that.
Oh
And
yeah, we
because
gotta get into that.
I've just
We
think
got
I've experienced some
that.
things in meditation that's
Yeah.
blowing my mind.
Oh,
So anyway, I had these
I got a
ideas come
question
from
for you too. Once you finish
okay,
for
and it's
sisters.
short.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just this idea I'm just like calm, and I'm like yeah, we all have this idea of what God is, millions of people, but few things are absolute. And I think God being one of the absolutes, that's absolute truth. There are a few absolute truths, but absolutely there has to be a divine creator.
Right.
So I had this idea about, wow, this got to be a God, but not what even maybe not even what the brightest minds think. It's something else. And then I
Right.
had this thought from the spirit, and I said, wow, let me write this down. It came to me like seconds. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
power of
Wow.
meditation. And the poem is it's long, but it's short in the parts I remember. I'm like, as I was traveling inward. Now, traveling inward is going within yourself because
Right.
the divine is within you.
Yes.
So that's where I want to go to speak to God inside. So as I was traveling inward, it really tickled me to see that I am God and God is he and she.
Wow.
And then at the end of that poem, I said, don't judge me. Because that was all my
Right. Right.
story.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And God is
Wow. I
he and
like
she.
that.
Yeah.
God is he and she.
That's not that.
And,
It came in my head. I was just having a conversation with God, and I wrote that. I said,
right.
"Oh, I got to write this down."
Yeah.
And within
That
3 minutes,
that's
I
deep.
just came to me in 3 minutes. I wrote this down. That's not from me. That's from
Right.
a higher source that's within me that you connect to, but you have to be in a certain state to connect to.
Right. You got the feminine, and you got the masculine, right? And I
Yeah,
remember,
the yin yang single. Yin yang means
right.
both. Everything
Yeah,
in
I
the
remember.
universe is yin yang.
That's right. I remember.
Male and female energies is yin yang.
Yeah, the brother Wesley Muhammad. Shout out to Wesley Muhammad from the Nation of Islam. But he
Yes.
he he was saying you can't have God without God is. So
Thank
God
you.
is and God. So I was like, wow, that's kind of deep. And when you said the masculine and the feminine, I remember Dr. York has a book. I think it's called the people who came before the people who lived before Adam and Eve or something like that. But he actually spoke about that, and he said when you see like in the Bible, the Quran, when you see them say he or she, they're both talking about God, but it's just the masculine and the feminine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I was like, wow, that was kind of interesting. Now for the question, right? I had this
Yes.
sister on my page. I think I just subscribed to today, but she put up a video posing a question. She believes her throat chakra is closed. That was the title of her video. So I was saying maybe we can
Hmm.
help her out and give her some tips, and maybe why is it closed? Why is it closed? Maybe.
Right. See, I didn't think that chakras closed. I thought that chakras would slow down because they're like a chakra. A chakra, original term in Sanskrit, I think is chakra, which
Right.
means spinning wheel.
Yes.
Spin. like it's your chakras spin. But
Yeah.
I don't see how we can survive if the chakras
No,
just
no, I think
stop. I
she.
think that they slow down. They may slow down.
Yeah, I think she was fairly new with the information, so she's probably using that word because I know some people use blocked, or some
But
people
I hear
use
experts, yeah,
some people say unbalanced. So
yeah,
so maybe she did say that. Maybe I'm saying closed, but yeah, she needed just a little advice, a little help. Maybe
right,
I think she's kind of new to this.
right. I think maybe they close at death.
Right,
In the,
at
in
that,
the,
yeah.
but then again, if the chakras are related to our energy field,
Mhm.
then they don't really, because only
Right,
the physical part dies. And if your spirit lives on, which we know if the spirit lives on,
right.
then don't your chakras energy, isn't it still within the spirit?
Absolutely. So you saying
So
that they just slow down, or maybe
I think they
just a
slow
little
down,
unbalanced, a little bit, right?
unbalanced slow down. Yeah.
Right. And how does
Um,
that kind of happen? Do you think that happens from birth, or that happens like
experiences,
um,
trauma, experiences in
trauma?
life, all that stuff.
Mm.
Your parents, what they've taught you, what you gained from the collective over generation and generation.
Children should be seen and not heard. You hear that a lot.
Yeah,
A
that's
lot of times
really
I see
not.
people telling their kids, "Shut up, be quiet." You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Kind of.
do what
I'm pretty sure
do
that
what I
does it.
say, do what I
Right.
say, not what I do.
Right.
That's such a bad thing to tell somebody, because
Very.
actually, what we learn to do as you do. We learn from action speaks louder than words. That whole saying, action speaks louder than words.
Right. That's just like a mother saying, "Don't smoke a cigarette." And she got a cigarette in her mouth.
There you go. So if you show action, you can teach your children 100% to be mature by just
Right.
saying, you know what, I'm gonna carry myself in a certain way, and watch how my
Right.
children are going to. I'm gonna emphasize that. Watch how my children are going to copy that,
Right.
and of
And
course they're
you
gonna
got to
be
be
around
stern.
friends,
Right. You
right?
got to
And
be
they're gonna be
stern with
around,
them.
yeah, yeah, because they're gonna be around friends that show them other things, but you have to be stern, and my
Absolutely. I remember.
action speaks. That's why action speaks louder. Yeah.
Right. The brother was saying that because he was saying that the word nice means stupid etymology, right? So he was saying that you be
Oh wow.
stern with people. You don't have to always be nice with people because he said if you notice, the nice person is always like suspicious after a while. So he said you be
Hmm.
stern with people. They might not like you for what you say if you're being truthful, but he said it's better than being nice. He said the nice guy always usually loses. People get suspicious of the nice guy.
Yeah, you
You
can't
know what
be
I mean? So
nice
yeah, so he said you be stern. Wow, so that was
all the
good. So
time.
yeah, we almost passed the mark.
Oh, so the
So
sister,
anything you
so
want to say?
yeah, the sister. I'm curious if she has some kind of emotional trauma, or she's been through some anxiety where she has no voice, no power to speak. 'Cause that's your throat chakra. And I was at that
That's
point
your
in my
throat
life where
chakra.
I was
Yeah.
quiet. They said, you never, I'm real quiet and withdrawn because I have everything, I don't have anything valuable to say. And now you're like, you can't believe it because now I never stopped talking. I know you can't believe that I was introverted and not shy and couldn't speak. I had nothing worth
Right.
what to say like 30 years ago. And at
Right.
5 years into crystal meditation, I'm like, no, I have a lot to say.
Have a lot. Yeah. So that's what I'm
Blue
saying. Cause
crystals for her throat chakra, blue crystals.
yeah, blue crystal. That's the lapis, right? Lapis is one.
Lapis, yeah. Lapis
Lapis.
is both third eye and and tanzanite and
Okay.
blue um uh chlorite, but maybe blue chlorite. 'Cause chlorite is very
Right.
cleansing, clarity. So, but blue stones, yeah, in the throat.
So
And try to
somebody was telling.
practice. Go ahead.
Yeah, you probably no. You probably was gonna say it. Go ahead. You probably practice humming and stuff.
Practice her words. Well, you can do chant and stuff like that, but
Okay.
practice what you want to, what you seek to
Hmm. Wow.
manifest. You have to practice that. If you
That's
seek to
fair.
manifest, you can't be shy. So get out of your shyness. And because me, I'm telling you, I was like, he's so, he's an adult, 25, and he's such quiet and he's sitting there in the corner at the party, not saying nothing to anybody. Not anymore. Now I can talk to strangers and it feels so great.
Right, quiet Tommy, right? But
Yeah.
no, because even though, like you said, sometimes when I'm in the house, like sometimes, like when I'm reading my books, I like practice it out loud, like if I'm talking to the picture or something
There
like
you
that.
go.
And I noticed it worked. It got me more comfortable.
Yeah.
Actually more verbal. Like now, it's like the confidence. Sometimes I remember Polite said that he used to
Yeah.
like break down his lectures in the mirror and stuff like that. He'd do it
Yeah.
before he go to a lecture. He'd do it in the mirror, and like I was like, wow. And then I heard Mayweather say he has a little routine before he boxes. So I was like, wow, man. So it's like it lets you know that you're not different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That this is what the greats do. But I used to think it was corny to do that. I used to think it was corny to have notes and do stuff like that. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. But it actually makes you look smarter, and it makes you smarter because now
It
you
does.
got to note and you forget something. So you know what I mean? But sometimes we just be wanting to everybody can't be a Dr. York, you know what I mean?
Right. Right. You have to
Dr.
be.
York can do that.
Yeah. You have to be who you are. Yeah. So, so the sister that's thinks her throat chakra is she needs to speak up. Use your. You
Right.
can use your voice because
Yeah,
I did
don't
it.
be scared. Don't be scared. Speak up.
Be
And yeah,
confident. The mirror thing is pretty good too. But she should maybe she can journal, write things down, any thoughts she has that this is a thought I've had, but I can't speak it. So speak it in the mirror.
right. Wow. Yeah,
And go
that's good.
out and talk to people.
Right, and that's how
Remember,
you learn too. That's how you learn.
right. Remember, I told you I prayed for patience, and God
Hmm.
gave me situations that went up
That's
against
right.
my patience and tested where
That's
you
right.
now I'm gonna put you in a situation where you have to be patient. It's gonna strengthen your patience.
Right.
To strengthen the muscle, you have to lift more weights. You have to have
That's
resistance.
that's right.
So
That's right.
resistance and being patient, you're gonna come up against resistance. It's gonna help make you more patient.
Right. I have read something too that happens a lot of times when we're not as honest with ourselves as we should be. Right. Lying to other people, but lying to ourselves too. I heard
Wow.
that can close your throat chakra too. Lying to yourself and lying to others.
Yep.
So
Self
be
betrayal.
honest.
Yeah.
Because when you're honest, right, when your throat chakra is closed, some people are like shy, some people are timid. But to me, it always seems like when you're telling the truth, it's like you have nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I tell
You
you,
don't
I
tell
was
everybody your business, but you know,
right. I was in that period where, as a young adult, I was like, wow, I don't really have anything valuable to say. I'm gonna just keep my mouth quiet. I don't have
yeah,
nothing to
right,
say.
right.
And I read a lot though. I was starting to read a lot then, but
Yeah,
I was like, wow, the books were so amazing. Where I would read, and even now sometimes it's so powerful to me that I get picked when I read. I'm
yeah.
there and I see pictures and stuff.
Okay.
Especially when I used to read
Wow.
novels. I used to read a novel a week.
A novel a week. Wow. I didn't show
I've
you
read
this one,
every
right?
Dean Koontz. Let me see the title. Atomic Hat. Wow, Atomic Habits. Yeah.
I I think I got this from Namaste. I think.
That's
I'm
a
not
good.
really
That looks like
sure.
a namaste book. Yeah, that looks like a namaste. Yeah, because habits become beliefs become habits, and these habits after a while, all these habits become your personality.
Right. Yeah, I got some good ones at Namaste, man.
What is that one?
This one right here is "You Are More Than You Think" by
Oh yeah,
Kimberly Sider.
that yeah. See, books like that should be. You can replace a lot of these school books that are nonsense,
Right.
and replace them with real books that you're holding up, and teach kids that in junior high school and high school, and watch the adults they become.
Right. Yep.
That's the kind of books that we
It's a good
need.
one too.
Read people. Yeah, it
Yeah.
could save you a lot of heartache. Reading
Yep.
people, knowing like, wow, you know what, this person is they're
It's not
not
good for
they're
me.
not on the
Yeah.
level I'm on. We can't share the same energy. I need to just back off and say, yeah, it was nice meeting you, but yeah,
I think I was with you when I got this one, right? I think I was
yeah,
with you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Raise your
Some good
vibration. Yeah,
stuff.
that's what it's all about. Raise that vibration. Yeah, so
Right.
sis need to go out and talk. You're gonna be nervous, but there's no way around it. Go out
Right.
and talk to people. And if you
And
can't do it
they
with strangers, people that not your friends, but you see once in a while, try to have a conversation with them.
yeah, because now they have these like these spots where you can go like these rooftop gatherings and get
Yeah,
together. You Google it, they have all of these type of things. But yeah, I feel like if she's around more people and like speaking from her heart, I think
you
you
got
get better over time. You get better.
yeah, you got to be
Like you
around more
said,
people.
people will be like, "Yo, you get never shut up." You be like, "No, no, no, no," because you have. And then I think too, because they say when you learn something, right, it's a part of your brain that locks in. I forgot the part of that brain, that stores the information, but a lot of stuff will be coming out because you know it already. So like they say, you just remembering it, and so much stuff will start coming out, and then you feel comfortable because people enjoy your conversation, and you be like, "Wow, y'all really enjoy my conversation." But
Right,
yeah,
right.
you never know what you got until you flex it. You know?
Yeah. They always talk about the conscious mind. Well, maybe they don't talk enough about it. The conscious mind,
Yeah.
I think Joe Dispenza, the conscious mind, the
Mm-hmm.
subconscious mind, and the
Right.
unconscious mind. I got to do more studying with the unconscious mind. I'm
The
not sure,
unconscious
but that's
mind.
the
Yeah.
higher
Wow.
mind. Yeah. But the subconscious, you store stuff in your subconscious, and it comes like, the subconscious is real.
Right.
Here's an
Yeah.
example. And I know almost everybody can relate to this.
Okay. We got
I took a road
3 more
trip.
minutes.
Okay, I took a road trip to Canada and my 6-month-old car, new car. So I'm driving to Canada
Okay.
and I'm listening to music. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I don't remember the last 3 miles. You know why?
Why?
Because you don't, your body, there's so much going on in your body, your brain is making nanosecond calculations. Every second you're
Right.
pumping, your blood is moving and you're breathing.
Right.
You don't have to think about that stuff.
That's
The
true.
subconscious is
That's
doing
true.
that for you. If you had to think about breathing stuff
That's
like
a
that, you would
fact.
be dead. You have to say,
That's a
okay,
fact.
inhale. I'm going to exhale. That stuff happens but automatically. Your blood is moving. We're breathing. We're sneezing. All these things are going on. It's not conscious driven because
Right.
it's too many functions for the conscious mind. You would be overloaded. So
Right.
the subconscious had to take over and do that stuff for you. So I'm driving the last 3 miles. I'm like, wow. It's like Joe Dispenza said. That was your Bruce Lipton said, that was your subconscious mind. It knew what you was doing. Okay, we're gonna drive this for you.
Okay. Got you. Got you.
And I
Yeah.
was like, wow. And I said, that
I know
was
what you're talking
frightening.
about.
But I said, yeah, he said, no, the subconscious mind took over. It knows it's driven for thousands of miles your whole life.
Right.
And not that you're not aware, because I didn't go out the lane and stuff. But if a deer jumped out, I would avoid it. But I was like, wow, I don't remember the last 3 miles. And your subconscious said, I'll take over here.
Wow.
And it
That's
works.
deep. That's
That
deep,
subconscious
man.
mind is powerful.
Right. So you want to say anything before we cut out? Want to say anything to the people?
Um, just cultivate, you have to cultivate the divine within you, because
Right.
I believe that, and I feel from experiences that I know everybody has different experiences, but there's a there's something where that overlaps with a lot of people. A lot of people are saying that, no, that really resonates with me, where you have to cultivate
Right.
consciousness,
Right.
and you have the power within you because you have divine within you.
Mhm.
And I think we are more powerful than we believe. We've been led to believe, and we're more
Absolutely.
powerful than we believe we are. But I believe in myself, and
Right.
I'm not trying to sound cocky or egotistical. I don't. My ego is very small, very
Right.
little.
Right.
The
Right.
only part of my ego that's active is the part that ego is there for your survival, to keep you surviving.
Right. Right. Yeah. I'm glad you
It's for your
said that
survival.
because a lot of people will probably get it confused, right? Because I
Yep.
hear people saying like kill the ego," and then I heard somebody say, "No, you don't kill the ego. You just get it under control. So you don't have to
Yes.
kill the ego, right? You just get it
Right.
under control, and you're in control of your ego. Your ego shouldn't be in control of you.
Right. And just
You
don't
make a fool of
fall.
yourself. Make a fool of yourself.
Right, because people get in where they go into egoism. They get caught up is the fact that, oh, what the ego is telling me, all that's reality. That's not real. What the ego is telling you is not real. Get away from that, and then you'll step back and say, oh, it's not real. I need to step away with this ego and keep the
Right.
ego on a leash, on a
On the
short
leash.
leash. I keep mine
Facts.
on a short leash. You
Yeah.
have to.
Right. The ego can be very dangerous, just like that dude who killed the twin because she didn't want to give her phone number. That's the ego left.
Wow, you see
Oh,
that?
she shot me down. Blah blah blah. That's the ego. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So the ego is actually quite brittle. I think a psychologist said that.
Right.
We think that it's strong and powerful. It's brittle. You say
Hmm.
something to somebody that's egotistical, and they're ready to fight you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Big time. They're ready to fight you or do some harm, man. So we're gonna get out of here, man. Great show, man. Great
Oh,
show.
yes. Thank you so much. This
Uh,
was amazing.
yes. Thank you for stopping by.
No
And
doubt.
we got to do it again. The next topic is definitely on you, man. So when you come up with a topic, you let me know a couple of days ahead. I do some
Okay.
research, and we build, man. We go off, man, and we build.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you a call, man. I'm gonna give you a call after this. I'm gonna
Yes.
clean up real quick. And how long you gonna be up?
2 hours probably.
2 hours. All right.
At
So
least.
if I don't get a chance to call you in 2 hours, definitely we'll speak tomorrow. But I'm gonna jump in the shower and everything, and I'm gonna try to give you a buzz after this.
Yes.
All right. All right.
All
Peace and
right.
love, man. All
Peace and
right.
love.
Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
No doubt.